Hey everyone, it's Camille from CamilleIam.com. I've been wanting to make YouTube videos for a while now, and I thought what a better time to start than for Halloween. So today I'm going to show you how to make cheesy skulls in spooky tomato soup. For the tomato soup, you will need 5 large tomatoes, fresh basil, 2 red onions, 3 peeled carrots, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, 3 cups of chicken broth, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of salt, and 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. For the cheesy skulls, you will need 2 cans of refrigerated pizza dough, shredded cheese, and a skull pan like this one that I got from Amazon. I'll put the link below in case you want to go get it for yourself. Okay, so we're first going to make the soup. What you're going to need to do first is just to chop all your vegetables. With the onions, I've just chopped off each end of the onion and then peeled off the first layer. And then with the tomatoes, I've just cored out the middle of the tomato. And we're going to cut all of these in half and then chop them with this chopper, which is my favorite food chopper. I use it all the time. So we're just gonna put them into this and chop them all up. Okay, so once you have chopped your tomatoes in half like this, what you're gonna need to do is dice them. I just like to use a food chopper just because it's a lot easier, but you can dice them by hand as well. So for the food chopper, you just need to put half of the tomato in right there and then just push down and you've got a diced tomato. So we're setting our tomatoes aside. So I'm just gonna pour them into a separate container for later, and then we'll chop the onions next. Okay, so now we're gonna chop our onions. I've already chopped some of them in here, but you're just gonna do the same thing. Just put half of the onion onto the chopper and then push down. And then we're just gonna put these directly into our soup pot. You're also going to need to chop up your carrots. So with the onions, what we're going to put in with them right now is just the sliced carrots and then the 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, then we're just gonna move those to the stove and turn your stove onto medium. Okay, so while the onions and the carrots are cooking on the stove, we're gonna start making our pizza skulls. So what I've done is I've just sprayed my pan with some cooking spray and then just cut out some pieces of pizza dough about this big. It doesn't have to be perfect, so don't worry too much about it. But what you just need to do is put the pizza dough into the bottom of the pan and then take a handful of cheese and just put it into the pizza dough, and then you just cover up the rest of the cheese with the dough and kind of push it in and make sure that there's no holes where the cheese can come out. So you're gonna do the same thing to the rest of your pizza skulls, and they should look like this. And then we're just gonna put them in the oven at 375 for about 25 minutes or until they look golden brown and cooked all the way through. Let the onions and the carrots saute for about 10 minutes, and then all we need to do is just add in our chicken stock, our sugar, our salt, our tomato paste, our garlic, and our pepper. And then you're gonna stir that all up and let that boil. Once that's boiling, add in all of your diced tomatoes and 1/4 of a cup of chopped basil. Then you're going to let that simmer on your stove for 40 minutes.
Our soup has been cooking for 40 minutes, so we've taken it off the stove and we're gonna add in 3/4 of a cup of cream, and then taking your hand blender, or you can also just use a regular blender if you don't have one of these, you are just going to blend up your soup until it is smooth.
Okay, so we've blended up the rest of our soup, and then we've taken our cheesy skulls out of the oven and we've let them cool a little bit. And I just have to show you how cute they turned out. Give you a little close up. I bet they taste so delicious too. And then for serving, I put the tomato soup in a bowl. And then just to make it a little spookier, just a last minute touch, I just put a little bit of the extra cream I had in a plastic bag and cut the tip off. And then what you need to do is just do a little swirl on the top of your soup, and then take a toothpick and just bring it out on the edges, and it will make a little spider web, and it turns out so cute. Thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun making our spooky tomato soup and our cheesy skulls. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want more recipes and tutorials like this one. And make sure to check out my blog for more pictures and tips on how to make these two things. And I will see you next time. Bye!